Yes, Rufus has become a better person, at least that's what Doc says, and that's a good opportunity for me to explain the structure of this vast and very complex introduction you've just seen. Well, it's not that long, but it's still packed with a lot of stuff, as you've just seen. It's a brilliant intro with brilliant actors, and of course, that wasn't the original Rufus under the mask, but, and you would never have guessed that, it's our truly Steffen Boos. He's our current studio manager, at least that's what his business card says, and Dedelic's former human resource guy. He's one of the finest in our crew and has the most hilarious ideas. He also wrote a master thesis about...
I just don't like it when people snoop around and invade my privacy.
But, Grandma, Rufus isn't a peeping Tom.
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water. Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
I hope your young friend doesn't get too close to my John Thomas. The poor thing is so small and fragile.
Don't worry. The Rufus I know loves animals. He wouldn't harm the pretty little head of your John Thomas.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Can a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
All I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say, no doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. He would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is, as if someone installed a power inverter in him.
If that's all true...
That's how it is. As if someone installed...
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Well, if that's all you're worried about...
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month. Perhaps I'm worrying unnecessarily. After all, John Thomas is very good at self-defense.
Oh, Grandma Utz, as if that would be at all necessary.
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh, Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
If you promise me that he will be careful, then everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
Promise.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all that. I thought you would finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers.
Finally, this is where the action. This means, and that of.
Well, and that came. No, Elysium, here I come. Watch your fingers, Doc. As soon as the cork hits the 3rd target, the scale will trigger the guillotine.
It would be insane to believe that will work, but it would be even more insane to assume I would be safe here.
You'll see. I will go to Elysium.
Stop it, Rufus. The only thing you will achieve is a spectacular suicide.
Don't panic. I've calculated everything. An apology is about to be due. After the cork ricochets off the other 2 targets, it will hit exactly here. I've calculated everything precisely.
How did you calculate that?
Well, it's the way you calculate things. You lie down for a while. while, and these mathematical formulas come to you in your sleep. The first target opens the gas tap on the Bunsen burner, which then lights the fuse.
Isn't it more probable that the cork will simply knock over the Bunsen burner?
My design is based on science, not some nebulous probabilities.
The calculation of probabilities is an integral component of all sciences.
For you, maybe. My science is based on hearsay and inner conviction. Light the fireworks as soon as the saw blade is in the air. Then, they will create enough spin to catapult me directly to Elysium. At the halfway point, eagles will start to fly alongside me if my sketch is correct. Second, the cork will ricochet off this pan.
I seriously doubt that. On what do you base this assumption?
Well, I drew a target on it, didn't I?
Oh, heavens.
The cork is in place and precisely oriented. Well, approximately precisely. Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Doc. Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc or go to Elysium. Save Doc or go to Elysium. Darn it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Nope, my breath isn't enough to blow the gas into the flame. Too bad. That would be a cool party trick. I think I can reach it. Oh, not quite. Must be because of the wind. And whoop! Woof! Perfect body control, as always. Very clever. I'll simply solve the problem through a process of elimination. Doc will be proud of me if he isn't decapitated in the next few seconds. It's already broken enough. Very clever. I'll simply solve the... Doc will be proud if he isn't decapitated. I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc would still be in the mood for thunderous applause. Maybe I can scratch a little black powder out of there. That shouldn't affect the flight characteristics of the saw blade, should it? That tickles. With the right momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic. If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then... there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction, whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc! Whoa!
Rufus! Rufus!
Huh? What?
You haven't answered my question. How did you get here? I just don't understand.
That's because there is nothing to understand. The whole story is nothing but one big filthy lie. Almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited.
I have come to save my planet.
Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders so that Deponia could be exploded, but Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. Now, it's useless. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius.
Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Now, remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it.
That's because you only know one part of Goal, the part that is naive and idealistic.
The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in.
But there is a third part as well. And that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal?
There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. With a little luck, you may even survive the fall.
No, this isn't right.
Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
Yes, while the introduction leaders has it's also
I won't let that underhanded traitor take Goal to Elysium.
Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
That looks like an ejector seat. Huh, there's still dust on the label. A shrink ray. That's even better than an ejector seat. Wait, there's more dust. Awesome! A bear! That's my favorite so far. Huh, must be the ejector seat after all. And again, the shrink ray. The bear. I like the bear. I better not blow again. Huh. Must be the ejector seat. I'm what's best for Goal.
No, don't!
Ha! Huh, nothing. Why? I wonder if... Uh-oh! No! Goal!
You idiot!
Goal! No!
You blasted idiot!
Cletus, help me!
Hang on! Don't panic! I'll come and get you! Somehow!
Do you finally realize the damage you're doing?
Cletus!
Don't panic! I'll get you!
Why don't I do everyone a favor and kill you right here?
I'm coming, Goal! Hang in there!
Where do you think you're going?
I'm on my way!
Watch out! The rope's going to break at any moment!
What are you doing? Did you really think you could get away like that? Say bye-bye, Rufus.
Cletus! No!
Cletus!
Oh dear, what have I done?
I still can't believe he really did that.
No need to worry, really. He's just like a wombat. He often falls, but he always lands on
All the others. I know. What is that noise?
What the?
Goal?
Don't be silly. If that were gold, the next we could expect... Rufus?
Rufus.
Ouch.
Everything's ready for detonation, Bailiff. Acknowledged, Chief Blaster. Anything else? Are there no new instructions? We can start the countdown now. I appreciate your eagerness, but this is not a training maneuver. This is about destroying the zone around the Rust Red Sea before we blow up the entire planet. I see, Bailiff. Stop interrupting me. I know very well what is at stake here. Do you think I wasn't aware of all the implications? It is true. Inspector Cletus has not yet reached Elysium. We can only guess what kept him, but as long as there is still hope that he will complete his task, we need not worry. Until then, I don't want to hear about any countdowns. Do you understand? Yes, I do, Bailiff. Cletus is going to succeed. He will convince the Council of Elders that there is no sentient life on Deponia. And, if he should fail, then we shall see to it that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Dismissed. I have too many worries of my own to deal with your moral misgivings, so get out! Out, I say! Yes, sir. Where the devil is Cletus?
Only the most epic tales feature cool depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, which surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sum, the best was yet to come. For the end of part 1 seemed a little too coarse, and to a man we'll send him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending. A grand fling with dancing and booze and so forth.
A star with booze and so forth.
I think I ought to fire my chiropractor. Doc? Huh. We seem to have docked. But where is everybody? Huh. A note from Bozo, that old pirate. Good morning, lazy bones. Doc took Gold to his office. Huh. Finally someone who uses his brain. She wasn't feeling all that well, yada yada yada, blood from her ears, blah blah blah. You can find me in the tavern. Tavern? Now that sounds promising. Huh, there's something else. Don't forget to go and see Doc. He needs your help. Why can't they ever manage without me?
Now, this room seems speaking in terms... Yeah, that one. The related text. The true reward. The more animations...
I would love to claim that I don't rummage around in trash, but who am I kidding? After all, this is Deponia. Blah! Slimy. Oh, that is disgusting. No, I've had it. I simply do not belong here. Wait! What's this? Hey, that's my old anchovy bait. It's still good. No, I don't have to. I'm better than those Deponia. I can. It's still good. I can't leave here, not without gold. Huh. The floating black market is in the middle of the Rust Red Sea, far from the cruiser routes of the Orgonaut. That's good. Huh. Far from the... That's good. Nothing beats a fresh breeze from the sea. The smell of freedom and adventure. And tar, toxic chemicals. And Tony's mother?
Shh! You're scaring the fish.
Rotten fish. Close enough. But this native presents a welcome opportunity to make use of my cosmopolitan tactfulness and my linguistic skills. Me, Rufus, where I find lab belong to Doc.
Are you talking to me, ape man? We put maps up for people like you.
Ah, you mean heroes passing through?
I mean people we prefer not to talk to.
Hey, just so you know it, I have an excellent sense of direction. I don't need your stinking maps.
So what you looking at it for?
I'm not looking. I'm just shooting it a contemptuous glance. Doc's office is in the industrial park. But where's the tavern? Ah, well, who cares? I guess I'll go see Doc first then.
I love minigames. The good thing about the floating black market is that you to prevent it.
First, I have to help Doc get Goal back into shape. Can't have the old coot grabbing all the credit for himself. What an ugly nest. It must belong to an extremely ugly bird.
Oh, the things you have to do. Originally, that... What? You...
So much wonderful potential for a festive, all-consuming fire. According to the delivery note, the crate contains a replacement airbag for the canal gondolas.
Doc's workshop. It shows...
Okay, look,
Oh, by the time...
Yeah. White, of all things, the wet blanket among colors. Who needs something like that? You can feel it when the electricity flows. Even more potential for even more dramatic turns. There's a guard dog. Here's a stick. This task under-challenges my combination skills. I'll just trash the stupid mutt. I'll show him who the superior species is around here. What a cute little doggy you are.
I beg your pardon? My name is Cleverbite. I'm an autonomous, cybernetically highly developed service unit, programmed to perform complex security tasks.
Cleverbite. Oh, such an amusing name for a robo-dog.
I will not suffer such indignities. Through the neuronal connection of computer circuits with organic cerebral matter, I am capable of processing more than 3,000 floating point operations per second.
Can you sit up and beg?
Perhaps not, but I could sit up and grab something until you beg me to let go.
You know, you've got quite an attitude for a cyber-whatever mongrel, but I'm pretty sure that your bark is worse than your bite.
Do you hear me barking then?
I don't know. All I can hear is...
Nerdy ramblings.
I'll ask Doc to make you a cyber muzzle.
To do that, you would need to get past me, right?
I'm not going to allow some stupid mutt to block my path.
Actually, I'm a superior cybernetic...
Superior.
Let me show you who is superior here. Down!
I am not sure I have comprehended your intention.
That's because you're only a silly dog.
It might help if you could talk in complete sentences.
Let me through. I have to see Doc.
Oh, but I can't do that. If I let you through, my designation as a watchdog would be completely compromised.
And if you don't, you'll be completely compressed. I think you're forgetting who's the superior species here.
Then why don't you simply show me?
Who's a good robot dog?
I need to think about that one. Your mother, perhaps?
What? Oh, you rotten! Stupid mutt!
What? You're giving up already? How disappointing.
Hey, look what I've got! And now, be a good dog and fetch the stick. What's wrong? Fetch the stick, or are you too stupid?
Yes, exactly. That's it.
Fetch that stick.
No.
You go fetch that stick now. Attaboy!
If you're so fond of that stick, why don't you go get it yourself? And if you're a good boy, I might even let you pass.
Go on. I just threw a stick, and you are a dog. So, what do dogs do in a case like this?
I wait for you to make an even bigger fool of yourself?
No, wrong. You fetch the stick. Or are you too stupid? Wait. I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, boy. You didn't really just do that, did you? I can't take it anymore!
Something seems to be wrong with this lamp. It flickers constantly. Maybe the fixture's loose.
Da capo!
Maybe the fixture's loose.
Da capo!
Exactly. That barking trash can may think he can shock me, but I'll show him what a shock. What the shock. Oh, whatever. Some ingenious pun with shock. Shock. Because of the electric shock and so on. Oh, come on, Rufus. You don't need a punchline to be brilliant. There's a guard dog. Here's a stick. This task I'll just trash.
What are you doing?
You'll find out soon enough. Ow!
Stop! I can't take it anymore!
Yeah, maybe I should insulate the stick. Black would be better, with flames glued to the side up front. And maybe a dragon with a battle axe. Black would be better, with flames glued to the side up front. And maybe now he's in for a nasty shock. Hey, what's wrong? Are you giving up?
Yes, you were right. This stick business is just too much for me.
You stupid muddy cur. Here, like this. You put the stick in your mouth.
Oh boy, I can't take it anymore! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Oh boy, 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 oh boy!
That is a techno flux inductor thingamy. I can spot one right off. Does it have juice?
What is going on out there? Stop playing around with the equipment and come in.
And now we're on the Rufus.
It's time for another brilliant maneuver, plus or minus 10 minutes. Not necessary. I've got all the time I need. Hey, Doc.
Rufus. At last. Goal really almost bought it this time.
But, as I can see, you have everything under control. I'll, go look for Bozo then. He mentioned a tavern.
Her implant has been badly damaged. I need to operate right away. There is only one problem. The data cartridge is not going to survive the procedure.
I take it that's a bad thing?
Well, yes. Her entire mind is stored on the thing. Her memory, her character.
The ascension codes.
I can save the data, but I need a bunch of empty cartridges.
And these cartridges are hard to obtain?
Not really. This is the floating black market after all. There's nothing you can't get here. And brain implants are currently all the rage. I installed another one just the other day. You will find the cartridges in the gadget shop.
What? Why me?
Because I need to get ready for the surgery.
And I need to familiarize myself with the local circumstances. Bozo said something about a tavern?
Rufus.
All right. So I get those cartridges in the gadget shop?
It's right by the harbor, outside the city gate. Just have them charged to my account. But make very sure that you get the good cartridges. The cheap ones are bound to cause problems.
Oh, it's your money. I wonder if he can do it. Not without my help, that much is certain.
Unconscious
Patient.
protagonist.
Come on.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get those cartridges in the gadget shop?
It's right by the harbor, outside the city gate. Just have them charged to my account. But make very sure that you get the good cartridges.
Chew first.
That was a reminder that you are not to poke around in my things.
Okay, reminder heard and ignored.
Rufus?
It's okay. A tinkerer's best friend. The carelessness of fellow tinkerers who leave their tools lying around. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll come back to it if I need a couple of ice cubes for my drink.
Hey, you.
Who? Me?
No, we're talking to the three-headed platypus behind you.
We've been watching you.
We know what you're planning.
Oh yeah? Seems like you know more than I do.
News spreads fast in the floating black market. You've got something very valuable there.
It mustn't fall into the wrong hands.
And your hands would be the right ones?
Let's just say we're friends.
We're the good guys.
We fight against oppression by the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
The Organon is planning something
Something unspeakable.
so unspeakable that we cannot talk about it.
We've got to go.
We've already said too much.
But we'll be back.
And then we'll get what is rightfully ours.
Do not talk about this to anybody.
Keep your back to the wall.
And do not forget who your true friends are.
Death to the Organon.
Death to the Organon.
What was that all about? I have no idea what airbags are supposed to be good for. They're always the first thing to break. I have no idea what... They're always the... Caution is required. The colorful ones like to bite back. Oh man, that was a lousy Easter. I never touch stuff that some stranger has already had in their rear end.
And who have we here? Well, if it isn't the newcomer that everyone's talking about.
They're talking about me. High time, too. All those stories of my heroic deeds are actually quite understated.
We're not interested in fairy tales. You've got something that we want.
Huh. Tough. Good looks is something you're born with.
We are talking about the secret ascension codes.
The ascension codes? Over my dead body. Wait. Let me rephrase that. Uh-oh. Ow! Ow! Oh! Ouch! Ow! Ow! Oh! Ouch! Oh! Oh! Ow! Oof! Ow! Oh!
He hasn't got the money.
I guess he isn't as stupid as he looks.
So what do we do now?
We'd better report this to Donna.
Oh! Oh! Lots of friendly people here. Maybe I should tone it down a bit.
We didn't leave that, but then again, nope.
Welcome to Gilligan's Gadget Garden. You are being served by Shopomat 2000. How may I help you?
Yeah, Doc sent me to get a set of cartridges.
Of course, we currently offer 2 different brands. The first is Platinum Proof Professional. They are somewhat more expensive but of better quality. There is a cheaper kind as well. Cowboy Dodo's Jolly All-Purpose Cartridges. Their quality may not be top of the line, but they come with a free colorful lollipop.
A lollipop?
So which brand do you prefer?
And those are really the good cartridges?
Of course. Remember, Goal's mind is at stake here.
All right. Here goes nothing.
Hmm? Oh! Ooh. Did it work?
I'm not sure. Something's not right.
Rufus? I might have known. Why does the same question pop up in my mind every time I set eyes on you?
Who's that good-looking guy in the snappy overcoat?
Where am I?
Because the aura of my magnetism is befuddling your sense of orientation.
Seriously, where did you drag me off to this time? And what is that awful smell?
This is the floating black market. You're safe here.
Safe? Rufus, I was on my way to Elysium.
Well, yes, you were, but with the wrong guy.
Cletus wanted to help me.
And you trust that lying slime bag?
Yes, who I am more likely to trust? My fiancé or his cheap imitation?
Hey, what's up with you?
What's up? I wake up only to find myself in some stinking torture chamber. That's what's up with me. I'm already itching all over just because I'm forced to breathe this foul, polluted air. I'm about to be sick. I need to get out of here.
She seems to be pretty mad.
Not really. I just have a certain effect on explosive women.
What, lighting the fuse?
Yeah, very funny. But she actually did seem a little volatile. Are you sure you didn't mess her up somehow?
I think I might be able to explain this. Some information wasn't written to the cartridge, almost as if we had used the cheap ones.
Not as cheap as your excuses.
Her mind appears to have been split 3 ways.
So, the woman who just stomped out of the lab is only a part of Goal?
And not the most agreeable part, I hope.
Come on, Doc. I thought you were an expert.
It is nothing that I can't fix, but for that I need all 3 cartridges, including the one that is currently inserted in her implant. Also, I cannot operate without the consent of the patient. Therefore, all 3 parts of Goal must cooperate before I can go ahead with the surgery.
Oh yeah, judging from her mood, she'll be positively enthusiastic about you flipping open her skull again.
Agreed. Maybe you had better start with a different part of her character.
Huh?
Take the 2 cartridges that are still in the output hopper. And this thing.
What is it? A remote control?
Not quite. See that compartment in the back? Just insert one of the other cartridges and press the button when you're close to go.
That's what I said, a remote.
It's more complicated than that. Data's written to a buffer and...
And I can zap back and forth between 2 characters.
No. Yes. Something like that, but...
Just like a remote.
Just like a remote.
Cool. I wish I'd had one of these for Tony.
Hurry up, Rufus. The longer the fragments of her character get used to their independence, the more difficult it will become to talk them into having that surgery done. Go find Goal and persuade her. All 3 parts of her. I will prepare everything else here in the meantime.
All right, here we go. Hello again.
Ah, Rufus, how are you getting on?
We really have to put Goal back together again.
I'm working on it. Simply persuade her to undergo the surgery. That is, all 3 versions of her. Use the remote to switch between cartridges. Once you have convinced all 3, send them to my lab. I'll see to the rest.
What went wrong?
Looks like Gilligan actually palmed off the wrong cartridges on you.
Oh, what a scoundrel!
Goal's mind is now distributed over 3 cartridges. Each cartridge contains different aspects of her character.
Well, it's no big deal. If you know one side of her, you know them all.
Not really.
So, which one is the real Goal?
Every one of them. And none of them.
Oh, I see. Just like breeding mimicry wombats.
What? No. Each of the 3 goals represents one side of the real goal, but the whole is more than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, just like the wombats. Those critters breed like crazy if you don't watch out.
What? No. Never mind. Let's just say we need all 3 goals to cooperate. I cannot put them back together without their consent.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. I almost lost a finger once that way. These horrid little beasts. How does switching the cartridge work again?
Use the remote when you're close to her. That way you can briefly detach her mind from her body. Depending on which cartridge is currently in the remote, a new mind will then be loaded to the cartridge in her implant. And the mind that was in her brain prior to that will be buffered in the ether and then saved to the cartridge in the remote.
Cool!
Pew pew!
Okay. Usually at this point, people ask me whether it isn't dangerous.
So the others are all wimps, unlike me.
I'm just saying, the risk of lasting brain damage and all that.
Quite the opposite. I'm way cool. Super cool Sheriff Rufus with his deadly remote of permanent brain damage. Pachoo! Pachoo! Nice office.
Gee, thanks, Rufus.
Now, I would have furnished it a bit differently, but it's still not bad.
Yes, I know. The shielding of the generator resonates rather awkwardly with the induction field of the magnetic solenoid coil in the main capacitor. But what would you do if you had oscillation frequencies of 6 gigahertz and more with a constant 30 Teslas?
Oh, yeah, let me see. I would move the generator a little more to the left.
But with this kind of field intensity, wouldn't that be too dangerous? I would hate to accidentally create a neutron star in my office.
Yeah, well...
You know what we're talking about, don't you?
Of course I know, and I still say more to the left.
If you think so, have you noticed anything else?
Can I borrow some tools from you?
Go ahead, help yourself. All I need to do now is make a few fine adjustments. For that, I just need a hammer and some chewing gum.
Yeah, sounds good. What's that funny apparatus in the lock next door?
Don't you mess with that, kid. It is part of an experiment designed to revive dead brain tissue by means of well-aimed electrical impulses. But there are a few obnoxious side effects that so far I haven't been able to remedy.
What kind of side effects?
The electrical field is so strong that space will fold around the generator, and the resulting creases are really hard to iron out.
What's the freezer for?
That's where I keep the spare brains for my operations. And my lunchbox, of course. But right now, it's empty.
Plenty of ice, no brains, and nothing to eat? Sounds like a fashion show to me. My office was cooler and bigger.
Really? The one in your ex-girlfriend's house?
Yep. Not only bigger, there were also more blinky things. And it also had more of those things next to the door.
Light switches?
Precisely. Nice office.
Gee.
Now, I would have furnished it.
Yes, The shielding of the generator But
oh, yeah,
But with this kind of... I would hate...
Yeah.
You know what...
Of course, and I still...
Have you noticed...
My office was... and bigger.
The one in your ex-girlfriend?
Yep. Not only bigger, there were also more... And it also had more of the...
Light switches?
Precisely. I'll be...
Quiet.
It's okay. Does it have juice?
Don't play around with it. If you aren't careful, you can open a wormhole.
Not necessary. I've got all the time I need. I'd rather wait until the last second for acts of desperation. They just work better that way. A little more power here certainly couldn't hurt.
Don't play around. If you aren't...
Grumble, grumble.
This is the gadget stuff like this. But Cowboy Dodo will...
And what's this?
What you cannot see there is the golden dragon of invisibility. I am very sorry, sir, but the Golden Dragon of Invisibility is not a floor model.
I didn't even touch it. I just wanted to stretch my fingers and... All right. And what's...
What you cannot see...
It's about time somebody invented that. The top prize is some fully functional torpedo equipment. Oh boy, just what I've always wanted. Playing the lottery has nothing to do with luck. All you need is an infallible system. Huh, the Lotto-Mat doesn't seem to understand my system. Anti-gravity socks. They have everything here. Here goes nothing. The sunglasses of eternal darkness. Looks like normal sunglasses, just that the lenses are covered in black paint. Cool. A juicer hat. I bet I look extra cool with this. Like a man of the world. Cole is bound to be impressed.
An excellent choice, sir. Please do not forget to return the merchandise to its proper place before leaving the store.
Cole and I definitely need something like this for our villa in Elysium. We could put it in our bedroom, for example. And then I could shred in bed. Cole is bound to be impressed. The sunglasses of eternal darkness. Looks like normal sunglasses, just that the lenses are cool.
Excuse me, sir, but I would like to point out to you that the modification, recalibration, or tuning of the sample items is prohibited.
Cole is back. I have to admit that this customer service bot isn't bad at its job. Nevertheless, I wonder where the owner of the shop is.
Welcome to Gilligan's. You are being. How may I?
What kind of things do you sell here?
At Gilligan's Gadget Garden, we offer the most amazing equipment in all of Deponia. Go ahead and browse at your leisure. You are welcome to try out a few gadgets. But please remember to put back the merchandise before you leave the shop.
But of course. What do you take me for?
My CPU has calculated an 86% probability of an imminent attempt at shoplifting.
What? Now that's outrageous. Based on what?
Based on several factors. The way you are dressed, for example.
Why is the pedestal over there empty?
It is not empty. What you cannot see there is the Golden Dragon of Invisibility, the most powerful gadget on Deponia.
Are you a robot?
The gadgeteer constructed me so I could help him run the shop.
Smart move. Where is he now?
This information is irrelevant. I am completely autonomous.
I see. I wonder what became of the gadgeteer.
We have no idea. We have been looking for him for months.
We?
Yes, we are very worried about him, his wife, and I.
So, the gadgeteer is married?
Yes, Camilla is a wonderful lady. I am with her every day, lending her support.
These must be hard times for her.
She should not grieve for a husband who left her in the lurch. She should just look ahead.
Golden dragon of invisibility?
It may be hard to believe, but it is really there. A beautiful object, lavishly ornamented. And its powers are beyond imagination. But touching it is absolutely prohibited.
I think I can only just hold myself back.
Very much appreciated.
People are so unreliable, aren't they?
That is what I have been telling Camilla for months. By now she thinks I am right. Robots are so much more reliable, she says.
I'll just be on my way then.
Please come again soon.
I don't need any more equipment for that. All I need is my index finger and my infallible system. A juicer hat fits perfectly in this compartment.
I am very sorry, sir. The destruction of...
Rats! Then why is the shredder even here? No, it's already perfect. At least, I assume so. This device only straightens bananas, which is already useful enough. No, it's already perfect, at least. This device, which is already... I don't need any more equipment. All I need, and my...
I am very...
I'm not doing that, because according to...
That is correct.
Well then... I knew I could break them. People just shouldn't challenge me. I already shredded them, and I can be accused of a lot of things, but thoroughness is not one of them. I knew
Excuse me, but I would like...
Not even if...
It is impossible for the indestructible sunglasses of eternal darkness to be broken. They are indestructible. An excellent choice, sir.
Ha! Indestructible? No way. It's broken. And I'm sure you don't have to pay for samples that break when you try them on. Or what?
Will you be paying by cash or organ donation?
Oh, I see. They aren't broken after all. My mistake. Ah, darn it. Oh, a clue would be just a ticket. No, it's already perfect, at least. This device which is already useful enough. I don't need any more equipment for that. All I need, and my...
Excuse, but I would like to point...
Oh, yeah?
Did you not
Nah, I'd better keep the stuff on my person. Some thief seems to be wreaking havoc here in the store. A juicer hat fits perfectly in this compartment. The sunglasses of eternal darkness. Looks like normal sunglasses, just that the lenses are covered in black paint. Cool.
Welcome. You are... How may...
I'll just...
Please.
Here goes nothing.
I am very sorry, sir, but the floor models must not be removed from the store area under any circumstances.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, all right. What was it I didn't want to do again with jars full of hooks? Oh, I'm sure I'll remember it eventually. Nah, it's really small bait. Nothing like my epic whale bait, made from phosphorescent anchovies. I don't want that. Nah, it's really small bait. Nothing like my epic whale. What was it I didn't want to do again with jars full of hooks? Oh yeah! Stick my hand in! Ow! What do I do first? Save the world? Repair my girlfriend's brain damage? No, I know. I'll look at this bucket. Haha, sweet. A boring guy with an even more boring hobby. Yoo-hoo!
Scram! You're scaring the fish!
But...
Shoot!
That's really small bait. Nothing like my... I already hooked that. Look at this!
Scram!
What if I want to fish here too?
I'm not buying that. You ain't no fisherman. Just look at you. And you're obviously missing the obligatory fisherman's luck.
What if I prove to you that I am a fisherman?
I'd like to see that.
Well, you will.
Fine. And now, shoot!
And
whoever designed this pipe displays a refreshing lack of respect for any sense of efficiency. Hello? Testing, testing. Attention, attention. This is an important announcement. A comet is approaching the floating black market. I repeat, a comet is approaching the floating black market. In order to avoid panic, you should consider suicide as an option. Oh, that can be used to close the pipe. Right now, it's open. Great, now the pipe's closed, but it didn't do me any good. I'd better leave it open. And keep it in the back of my mind, just in case.
Blasted religious nuts! You just go get it, do you? If you want to meet Jamaica, keep it up and I'll help you on your way! What the? Who are you?
I would like a knife.
In your gut or in your eye? You can have both.
What have you got on offer?
My specialty today is cuts and stab wounds for obnoxious visitors.
Holy crap on a cracker. Do you think that's the smartest way to treat a potential customer?
You? A potential customer? Ha! Just look at you! You should be glad I haven't shot you yet, with the emphasis on yet.
I think I lost my way.
Yeah, I think so too. But I've got good news for you. It's not gonna happen anymore in the future.
Because then I'll know my way around?
Because you won't be able to walk, that's why.
I guess I'll be on my way then.
Yeah, don't even think about bugging me again.
this is this also.
This is apparently a real hand. They don't appear to think much of dice games here. Go, go, Rufus Rubber Arm! That always worked before. What amateur installed this? It's in need of realignment. What amateur installed this? It's in need... Oops. Why does that always happen to me with antennas?
Hey, you! Why are you sneaking around here?
Do you mean me?
Of course I mean you. Or do you have an invisible buddy with you?
Ha! If I had a buddy with me, he wouldn't be half as invisible as I am, because I move as inconspicuously as a ninja.
No way. The way you stomp around, I would notice you even if you were hidden using the golden dragon of invisibility from Gilligan's Gadget Shop.
Ha! A real ninja doesn't need gadgets. I can dissolve into thin air with my secret stealth powers anytime.
Then please do that. I don't want to see you around here again. Understand?
I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, no, I can't while someone's watching.
Oh, sole mio.
Well, look at... I...
This isn't a trash-burning engine. I don't see a switch. No matter. With a little technical know-how, it shouldn't be a problem. Turn off! Caution is required. The colorful ones like to bite back. Oh man, that was a lousy Easter. I never touch stuff that some stranger... The bumper looks stable, but can it withstand the infamous Rufus crash test?
Stronzo! He's a matto, making a poof with my new sacco di aria. Now I must go to Indocco to get a replacement.
That was funny. A music stand? Uh-oh, that spells trouble. These foreign models are just pieces of junk. Something's always breaking down. What an ugly nest. It must belong to an extremely ugly bird.
Ah, yes. That's good. So...
Alex and...
Alright.
Is that supposed to be a razorfish? To me, it looks more like a sword. Hey, hold still! Oh, darn it. Oh, it seems to have some sort of motion sensor. What an ugly bird. Don't they have any face checks around here? May I bother you?
Not really.
Then I'll have to do it without your consent. Didn't we meet in front of Doc's workshop?
You must be mistaken.
No. You and your beefy chum, you were gonna take something from me. What was it you were yelling? Death to the Organon?
Death to the Organon! I mean, death to the Organon! Whoever would say such a thing? Not that it isn't a good slogan. I mean, someone must have put a lot of thought into that.
Why are you sitting here on your lonesome?
I'm waiting for a worthy opponent to play rock, paper, scissors.
Why do you think you might find one here?
Because people around here tend to give you the finger.
That makes sense. So you're a professional rock, paper, scissors player?
Yeah, I'm an expert, a professional gamer, a prestidigitator. Scissors is my forte. I've been training it for years and I can do it in my sleep. But my rock really rocks too. Once in a while, I'm still a bit hesitant to make full use of my paper. But my coach says that I can compensate for this weakness through speed and stamina.
I'll be off then.
See you around.
May I bother you?
Aren't you gonna do?
Got it. I want to play.
Why not? But I need to see your fingers first. Did you bring them?
Well, the last time I looked, they were at the lower end of my arm. Let me have a look. Yep, here they are.
Ha ha ha. Nice try, buddy.
Why? What's wrong with them?
Those aren't official tournament fingers. They might be loaded. Come back when you have an official tournament hand.
I want to play.
Why not? But I need to see your fingers.
Well, the last time I looked... Yep. Why? What?
Those aren't official tournaments. They might be low. Come back.
I'll be off.
Stay around.
That's one of the guys I beat up outside the city gate. I'll have to be careful. Excuse me?
What do you want?
I think an apology would be in order.
What for?
Like, for attacking me in the street?
Listen up, kiddo. I'm a member of unorganized crime.
And how does that give you the right to assault innocent passers-by in broad daylight?
That's the way we roll.
Cool. Say, where's your pal?
Wink? He's got in our secret hideout, even though he's not really qualified. Blind as a bat in his right eye. And the right eye is the important one after all.
Huh? Who says that?
My mama. Why?
So,
We're just like a criminal organization without the organized bits.
Could I join you, maybe? I'm incredibly unorganized.
Don't be ridiculous. What could you possibly have to offer?
I'm a gifted tinkerer.
Really? So what do you tinker?
Power inverters, escape machines, a life of order and contentment.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
I'm very resilient. I can fall from a tower 2 miles high into a pile of syringes without taking any damage.
Remarkable. And can you juggle balls on your nose?
Oh, really? I'm a daring adventurer, not a circus ocelot.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
I am so incredibly cool.
Just how cool?
I'm so, laid back that the back of my head, is almost touching the ground. Yeah.
That's kid stuff. You're simply not reckless enough for an unorganized criminal.
And I'm a good listener.
You are? That sounds interesting.
They call me the Ear.
You know, there's this story that I've always wanted to...
Eagle Ear, master of sound waves.
But my story...
Listening his opponents into the dust.
Forget it.
What? Did you say something? I certainly am reckless enough.
No, you're not.
So how can I prove to you that I'm reckless enough?
You'd have to do something truly reckless, like shave Donna's cat, for instance.
If that's all.
That wasn't a serious suggestion. Nobody in his right mind would ever do something that reckless.
Hey, I'm not nobody in his right... Don't try to stop me. I'll soon be part of your organization. You'll see.
Beat it.
Do you also like to play rock, paper, scissors?
Sure. Unfortunately, I left my tournament fingers in the hideout today.
So, what does the Organon think of your organization?
This is the floating black market, kiddo. We don't care what the Organon thinks.
So, what about that Organon official right behind you?
What? Very funny.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I would really love to join you.
Don't be ridiculous. What could you possibly have to offer?
I'll soon... I'll get back.
Whatever.
Terrific first mate I've got there. I have to do all the work, and he sits there guzzling grog.
first, mate. What are you talking about? I'm just giving you passage on my trawler, for which, by the way, you still haven't paid.
Oh, yeah, good old Bozo. Always mumbling some ancient sailor's curses. Hello, Bozo, old pirate.
We've been through this, Rufus. I am not a pirate. I'm only a junk dealer with my own trawler.
Yeah, right. And the parrot on your shoulder is only perching there by chance.
I don't have a parrot, Rufus. I've never had one.
Is that so? Then who did I feed those earthworms to whenever you were asleep?
You're a rare bird yourself.
An eagle.
Say, Rufus, was there anything in particular you wanted to talk to me about?
Certainly.
Then what are you waiting for?
The multiple choice box.
Wait a minute. Worms?
Shh. Here it comes now. Something went wrong with the surgery.
You think so? She looks healthy to me.
Well, physically, she's in great shape. Like this. Boom, chaka chaka, boom, yeah! But mentally, it's more like... Cuckoo! Understand?
Certain people have mental problems. Yes, I understand that.
Her mind has been split into 3 parts. Now, I have to persuade all 3 of them to come back to the lab for another round of surgery.
Your girlfriend now exists in triplicate? Don't stretch yourself too thin. Handling one woman's hard enough. But 3 at a time?
I'll manage somehow. How's the grog around here?
This is peppermint tea.
Yeah, right. Tell me another one. Pirates drink grog. Everybody knows that.
But I'm not. Listen, I talked to Doc. He says your skewed perception may be an indication of a serious head injury.
And the scar next to your eye may be an indication of an exciting sea battle. Harr!
Seriously. Did you ever fall on your head? I mean, between the 2 times since we've met.
Anchors away! Hoist the sails! Avast ye landlubbers! Yo ho 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 ho!
Oh, well, none of my business. Just as long as you don't forget to pay me for the passage.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum! Arr! Oh, don't tell me I slept through the entire passage.
Like a platypus, only you mumbled in your sleep.
I was dreaming of my next big adventure.
Would that have anything to do with ballet, sweet cheeks?
See you later.
Don't get lost.
Ah, the obligatory sugar dispenser. Let's see if the lid is nice and loose. Yep, the way it's supposed to be. I hope there's also something useful in there. Whew. Despite my mighty strength, I'm not going to get anywhere without tools. The flap is screwed down. The flap is screwed down, but if you find a way, you don't need the appropriate tool. The question is just, what do you need? The dead pigeon tango. Huh, so that's how it works. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Are you looking for trouble?
Oh, come on. Sing along. Hi-dee-dee-dee-do.
Man, are you lucky I don't hit the handicap. Hey, hands off.
Oh, yeah? What are you gonna do? Stamp your feet and steal my firstborn child?
I wouldn't talk so big if I were you. I'm at the right height to prevent your firstborn child from ever being conceived.
Yeah, I have to go. I get a pain in the neck when I look down for too long. The ambience is perfect. I'll have the 3 goals wrapped around my finger in no time.
Hey, leave the candle alone. It's the only thing that provides light in here when the generator goes on the fritz.
That must be Gulliver. He looks all right to me, but he's a lousy replacement for Lonzo. Hi.
Ah, a new customer. Welcome to Gulliver's Gully. I'm Gulliver. If you need to use the bathroom, let me know, and I'll give you the key, the flashlight, and the wolf repellent. We assume no liability for damages caused by the peanuts on the counter. So, what can I do for you?
I need to use the bathroom.
Then you should sign this waiver first.
A waiver? I hereby confirm that I am not entitled to seek damages against Gulliver, Gulliver's Gully, or Splash Me Toilet Outfitters in the case of blah 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 blah, hair loss, chemical burns to the nasal mucous membranes, blah 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 blah, spider bites, rat bites, wolf bites, blah 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 blah, leprosy, psoriasis, or any kind of curse inflicted by indigenous tribes? Who would sign this nonsense?
Well, the owner of the drugstore, for one.
Is he suicidal?
No. Blind. Using this bathroom is also a popular test of courage. I mean, popular with those who are named in the will. Garliff up there currently has a bet going on with his buddy, Lebo. But, I don't think he's gonna do it. He's still got plans.
Yeah, well, I have a plan, too. I'm planning not to act like a coward. Hand me that pen.
You don't have to do this. You know that, right?
I've never done things I had to do.
Well then, good luck. When your urge to go becomes stronger than your sense of self-preservation, you can ask Garliff for the key.
I'll do that. Gulliver's Gully doesn't sound terribly inviting.
My customers aren't used to being invited anywhere. Who would want to invite thieves and smugglers? Or people with infectious mouth diseases? Now, if you're looking for an inviting ambience, you'd better go uptown, kid.
It's pretty dark in here.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Most of my regulars aren't a pretty sight. But if you think this is dark, just wait until the generator breaks down again.
Does that happen often?
Unfortunately, yeah. It's the salty air. Almost the same effect as sugar in the tank. Odd, isn't it?
A drink, please.
Have you got any money?
Well,
I thought so. I mean, just look at you.
Why does everybody always say that?
Come back when you've got money. Transients don't get a tab here.
A drink for the lady, please.
No, thanks. Even if I could bring myself to drink from these filthy glasses.
No comment.
I would never allow the likes of you to buy me a drink.
And what if I were the last man in existence?
What do you mean, were?
Bummer. I've got a few questions regarding your regulars.
Spit 'em out.
What kind of people usually hang out here?
Well, riffraff and rabble, you know, thieves, cutthroats, but the good kind.
Well, it's pretty empty at the moment.
Always is this time of day. Besides your people, only Nod is here now. He's with unorganized crime. I think he's here now because his brother Wink took over the first third of the preliminary 5 o'clock shift today. But as you can imagine, unorganized crime schedules are a little obscure. And then there's Garliff. He comes here to play.
So what does he play?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Seriously? Your dangerous rabble plays rock, paper, scissors?
It may not sound like a game for tough men, but the stakes are high. And they play with loaded fingers.
Don't you ever run into problems with the organon? To me, it looks like everyone here is doing whatever they want.
That's right. The authorities leave us alone here. Portofisco is far away, and the magnetic train route runs along the coast. That's how the floating black market was formed in the first place. We're always in places where the organon doesn't look.
And if I told you that it won't stay that way for long?
Then I would tell you to go join Janosch and his resistance windbags. Only an idiot would believe in that conspiracy crap.
Do you know Captain Bozo?
Sure. He drops anchor here on a regular basis. I think he's got something going on with the owner of the weapons store in Little Venice. She won't break your heart. She'll perforate it with a repeating laser.
And Bozo has a thing going with that fury? I can hardly imagine how that would work out. Go on, tell me about Bozo's girlfriend again.
I think he's got something going on with the owner of... She won't break your heart.
And Bozo has... I can hardly... What can you tell me about unorganized crime?
I wouldn't mess with them if I were you. They're dangerous and unpredictable. If you want to know more, go ahead and ask Nod over there.
You mentioned an underground movement. What's up with that?
Well, calling it an underground movement might be somewhat exaggerated. Garliff and his friends, Janosch and Lebo, hold regular meetings in Janosch's mother's basement.
That's gotta be a joke.
It is. And the punchline is Janosch, their leader. He thinks he's some sort of freedom fighter.
That's it for now.
Yep. That was definitely enough.
What else is there to see in the floating black market?
Don't tell me you're a tourist. In that case, you'd better go uptown, assuming they let you in. Downtown is reserved for smugglers, fences, gamblers, and pirates. For a special thrill, I recommend watching the platypus Pataka in the market arena. However, fighting only takes place when two squabblers are going after each other.
Go on, tell me about those platypus fights again.
Platypus Pataka is a lethal contest, a fight for life and death.
Platypus Bataka. That sounds a little bit obscene.
Downright dirty, don't you think?
Yes, dirty.
Dirty.
That is not a good thing, Rufus. Quite the opposite. It's vulgar.
Dirty and vulgar.
Good grief.
Can't the jukebox play a different song for a change?
What do you mean? It plays a different song all the time.
Are you sure? It does sound pretty familiar, you know.
Leave my jukebox alone. Nothing but classics in the playlist. My favorite is the mating song of the junk crabs, but only when the door's closed. I have enough complaints about crab bites as it is.
See you later.
Come back when you're serious about buying a drink.
The mating song of the junk crabs. Locked. All right, Rufus. This is a routine situation for a ladies' man like yourself. Easy peasy. No reason at all to be nervous. You are eloquent and witty. Very handsome. And your hair smells of salt. Now, for the right facial expression. Here it comes. Check. Charm cannons at full blast. And now, to come up with the best possible line. Oh, that's it. A classic. Take a deep breath, and then... Here I go.
Oh, heavens, it's you again. You never give up, do you?
So, this is where you've been hanging out.
Believe me, I would much rather be on the West Promenade by the rotating gardens. At this time of year, Morris serves the best soyacino in all of Elysium. Instead, I'm sitting in this hole in the ground drinking... What is this, anyway?
Camel drool, what else?
Camel drool.
No, wait, the camel drool's still under the counter. What you got there is the tincture for my nail infection.
Ah! Does that mean you bathed your filthy nails in this?
Yeah, but go ahead and drink it. Apparently it only works on fingernails.
And this is where my mechanisms of repression should be kicking in. Ah! Here they are.
Are you mad at me for some reason?
Whatever makes you think that? You kidnapped me, caused me a bad head injury.
That's not the way I remember it.
You appear to be suffering from a perception disorder.
You mean, in reality, you're not sexy at all?
Just stay away from me. Understood?
You have to come with me and see Doc.
What for? So you can demolish my head even further?
Ah, really turned your head, did I?
Turning heads and demolishing them are two different things.
With Tony's tortoise, they weren't.
Listen, Rufus, I am dirty, my hair is a mess, and my head feels like someone sliced through my skull with a circular saw.
Yes, but there's no proof.
And to top it all off, I'm starving. So, you had better stay away from me.
Hey, if you're hungry, I've got a leftover bowl of peanuts from our last mud cake festival.
Ooh, yuck! It's growing hair. I bet this little bowl contains more killer bacteria than a biological warfare lab.
Nah, we're all out of killer bacteria. These are influenza viruses.
Hey, baby.
There he goes again.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Why? Do you have a sty or something?
Now that you mention it, I've actually got a little eye infection.
Ugh, keep your distance, okay?
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
It did indeed.
Oh, right. Yes, I can imagine. We're actually not all that different. Neither of us belongs on this planet.
That's right. I belong on Elysium, and you belong in solitary confinement.
No. What I meant was we belong together. We are soulmates, so to speak.
I have no idea where you get that notion. I am sophisticated. I am educated.
Check.
I haven't got any communicable diseases.
But I still maintain that we're very similar.
Just don't come too close to me, will you?
What's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this?
Good question. What am I doing here? Oh, I remember. You dropped me from the escape pod.
Saved you, dropped you. Doesn't all that depend on the point of view?
Only if you're a short-sighted idiot.
Luckily, that's easy to verify. Hey, Bozo, did I rescue Goal?
No idea. I gave up trying to understand what you were doing a long time ago.
You see? Bozo thinks I'm cool, too. I give up.
I'm afraid I already know you better than that.
You must come with me. Something went wrong with the surgery.
What do you mean something went wrong?
Well, you know the fairy tale about the 3 bears? It was pretty much like that, just that there were no bears. And that your mind was, split 3 ways during botched brain surgery, that's all.
What?
No, don't panic, I'll fix everything. What do I have to do to make you come along?
First of all, you should look up the meaning of the word no.
Yeah, all right, let's assume I just did that. What would I have to do next? Could I interest you in a romantic dinner?
A dinner invitation? Really? Huh. Maybe there is a spark of gallantry left under that filthy coat of yours.
Dinner first. You can go looking for my gallantry later.
Which restaurant did you have in mind? And is it clean?
A restaurant? I was thinking of, an extra serving of peanuts. I mean, they're free, aren't they?
Yeah, if you don't count the doctor's bill.
Ah, great.
It sounded too good to be true. Just forget it.
Won't you please?
No, I'd rather starve.
Can't we speed this up a little? We both know that you can't resist me forever.
I said no. And if you were a gentleman, you would know what that word means.
Could I interest...
A dinner invitation? Really? Huh. Maybe there is a spark of gallantry left under that filthy coat of yours.
Dinner first. You can go looking for my gallant...
Which restaurant did you have in mind? And is...
A restaurant? I was thinking they're free, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ah, great.
It's just forget.
Hey.
There he goes.
I give up.
I'm
Wait here, I'll be...
Is that a promise?
Of course.
Good.
What a woman. Excuse... I'll get back.
Whatever.
Hi-ho.
Are you looking for...
Oh, come on. Sing along. Hey, deed.
Man, are you... Hey!
Oh, yeah? Stamp your...
I wouldn't talk to... I'm at the right...
Yeah, I have to go. I get a pain in the neck. Hello, both.
What's up?
See you later.
Don't get...
May I bother you?
Aren't you going to do that anyway?
Got it. Have you got the key to the tavern bathroom?
Yes, but I still need it. I have this bet going.
You bet that you would use that bathroom?
Yeah, but I simply haven't worked up the courage yet.
Scares the crap out of you, does it?
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'll be off.
See you around.
Wish I could remember. Is sugar in the tank good or bad for the engine? Well, there's only one way to find out. Ah, right. It was bad. Thought so. This generator provides the tavern with electricity. It's pretty careless setting it up out here, where any random well-meaning citizen can kick it, stick bananas in the exhaust, or pour sugar in the tank. I don't see a switch. No matter. With a little technical know-how, it shouldn't be a problem. Ow! It's really dark here, but not so dark that I'll have to use my legendary sonar hearing. After all, I have the brightest eyes in the whole southwest quadrant. Breathing all that mercury vapor when I was a kid is finally paying off. May I bother you?
Just as long as you stay in the light, where I can see you.
But everything's dark here.
Precisely.
I'll be off.
See you around.
Ouch! Oh! Ha! Oh! Nothing happened. Excuse me?
Do you really think it's a good idea to approach someone like me in the dark?
Well, usually you only know afterwards whether it was a good idea or not.
Well, this isn't one.
Oh, okay. I'll get back to you.
Whatever.
Hello, bozo.
What's up?
See you later.
Don't get...
And now, quiet. Ha! Got it. Huh, so that's how it works. Huh. The ambience is perfect. I'll have the 3 goals wrapped around my...
Hey, leave the candle. It's the only thing that provides light in here when the generator...
Hi.
Ah, you again. Are you finally gonna order something now?
See you later.
Come back when...
Oh, you never give up.
Realizing that...
Just like living in...
Could I interest...
A dinner invitation? Really? Huh. Maybe there is a...
Dinner first. You can go looking for my...
Which restaurants did you have in mind? And is it...
A restaurant? I was thinking of... They're free, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ah, great.
Oh, it sounds just forget.
Wait here.
Is that a...
Of course.
That increases the...
Gulliver's peanuts are much more germy than Lonzo's. Some bacteria even come in colors I've never seen before. It looks like I finally reached civilization. Look. Actually, the song wasn't that bad. The mating song of the junk crabs. I'd rather not let these peanuts get too close to my stuff. Not that I'm afraid of germs in general, but these are wearing stocking masks. It should be possible to build something useful out of it. A height-adjustable tennis racket. No. It should be possible to build a toolbox for washers. No. I'd rather not let these peanuts get too close to my stuff. Not that I'm afraid of germs in general, but these are wearing stocking masks. Is that supposed to be a razorfish? To me, it looks more like a sword.